Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you all are doing well. So today again we are going to discuss about chemistry third chapter, that is atoms and molecules. Okay, so today our topic we are going to discuss is, already we have told that atoms exist in two states, isn't it or not? What are those? In molecular form, and another one is ionic form. Okay, so already we have discussed about the molecular one. So today we will discuss about actually what are ions. Okay, so before going to learn about what are ions, first we should know that, see, each and every element, have some particular atomic number. Okay, so every element will have some particular atomic number. For example, hydrogen you will take, its atomic number is 1. Carbon you will take, its atomic number is 6. Oxygen you take, its atomic number is 8. Magnesium you take, its atomic number is 12. Sodium you take, its atomic number is 11. Atomic number is nothing but it indicates that it is having that many number of protons and that many number of electrons. For example, sodium only you take, its atomic number is nothing but 11, means it is having 11 protons and it is having 11 electrons. Means each and every atom will have, see, atom means in next chapter you will get all these things in detail. Okay, so each and every atom will have 3 subatomic particles, that is proton, electron and neutron. Clear, children? So each and every atom, if this is the atom, okay, inside the atom there will be three different subatomic particles. What are those? Proton, electron and neutron. Okay, each and every atom will have these three things: protons, electrons and neutrons. So its atomic number 11 means, for example, this is the sodium atom. Okay, so it will be having 11 protons and here it will be having 11 electrons. Clear? Always proton stands for positive and electron means it indicates negative charge. So proton indicates positive charge and electron indicates negative charge. Clear up to here, children? Proton indicates positive charge, electron indicates negative. So proton indicates positive and electron indicates negative, whereas neutron will have no charge. It is neutral. That's why its name is neutron. So up to here clear? So for example, carbon you are taking. Okay, carbon, 6 its atomic number means nothing but it will have 6 protons and 6 electrons. Okay, then come to ion. Actually, what is ion? Now we are telling that it will be having 11 protons and it will be having 11 electrons for sodium. Some cases what happens, if an atom has less electrons, than normal, so it gets which charge? It gets positive charge. See here, if an atom if an atom has less electrons than normal, for example, here only you take, actually sodium will have 11 protons and 11 electrons, isn't it or not? If an atom has less electrons means actually what happens? This is plus, this is minus, so plus minus will get cancelled and you will get 0, means neutral. So if an atom will have always no charge, neutral in charge. Okay, so ion means what happen? If an atom has less electrons means it will be having 11 protons, but it will be having 10 electrons. Then see here what it is getting, plus 1 charge it is getting or not? Getting or not? So here plus 1 charge means it is having more protons, means more positive charge it is having. Plus 1 means one positive charge extra it is having. So like that, if an atom has less electrons than normal, it gets positive charge. Or if it is having more electrons than normal, tell me which charge it will get. More electrons than means it gets negative charge. For example, if you will take chlorine number is 17. Okay, so chlorine will have 17 protons and 17 electrons. Okay, if it have more electrons, so 17 protons and 18 electrons means plus 17 minus 18. So minus charge it is getting or not? Minus 1. So that's why chlorine will have minus charge. Clear? So these are nothing but ions. So actual definition of ion is, an ion is a positively or negatively charged atom. What is ion? An ion is either positively charged or negatively charged atom. Atom will have no charge. If so, we are talking about sodium atom, it will not have any charge. Why? Because this sodium atom will have 11 protons and 11 electrons. So plus and minus are equal. That's why the charge on sodium atom is 0. But when we are talking about sodium ion, see here, sodium ion 11 protons, 10 electrons. So its charge is plus 1. So atom is always, for some atoms they are positively charged and for some atoms they are negatively charged. Okay, that type of positively or negatively charged atom only we will call it as ion. Okay, so now we will discuss about what are positively charged ion or negatively charged ion. See, positively charged ion, another name is cation. What is positively charged ion? Another name is cation. So same example here only I will tell that. Here if you are taking sodium only. Okay, sodium by losing one electron, by losing one electron, what it is getting? Na plus it is getting or not? So this sodium, actually how it happens in next chapter clearly it is given, why it loses one electron, why some atoms gain electron, next chapter it is there. So here what happens here, whatever atoms are losing electrons and forming positive charge, those ions we will call it as cations. Those ions we will call it as cations. Okay, so here we will call it as, means now I told now already, 11 protons and 11 electrons actually. Okay, by losing one electron, what it will get? 11 protons and 10 electrons. So totally you will get plus 1. So that's why sodium will have plus 1 charge. Okay, so if we will talk about metals now, all the metals will have the capacity to lose electrons. All the metals will have the capacity to lose electron. Okay, so all the metals are cations. All the metals are cations. All the metals are able to lose electrons. So all the metals are called as cations. Okay, and one more thing you have to remember, that some atoms, okay, some atoms have capacity to lose only one electron. Okay, some atoms will have capacity to lose one electron only, not more than that. So that one electron, whatever atoms are losing one electron, they will be having one positive charge. Okay, one positive charge. Some atoms will have capacity to lose 2 electrons. Okay, so that type of, then they will be having charge of plus 2. Some atoms will have capacity to lose 3 electrons. So they will be having plus 3 charge. And up to 3 electrons only they can either lose or they can either gain. More than 3 electrons they cannot lose or they cannot gain. Understand? So some atoms are able to lose one electron. So that atoms will get charge, or that ions will get charge of +1. Which are having capacity to lose 3 electrons, they will get charge +3. Okay, and remember, we can't remove protons from the atoms. Only either protons or neutrons we cannot remove from the atoms. The only thing we can remove from the atoms is only electrons. That too we can eliminate, or we can remove up to 3 only. More than 3 we cannot able to remove those electrons from the atoms. Clear? Then this is about positively charged ion. Then second one is negatively charged ion. Negatively charged ion, another name is anion. Okay, so here same thing, here also chlorine, 17 proteins it will be having, 17 electrons it will be having. So by gaining one electron, it is having capacity to gain the electron. So then how many protons? Less positive charges and more negative charges. So which charge it will get? Negative charge, isn't it or not? So the atoms which will get negative charge, those ions we will call it as negatively charged ion, or also we can call it as anion. Clear? So here for example, here see examples I did not say. This example, okay, already we have seen Na+. If we'll go to +2 Mg+2, means magnesium having capacity to lose 2 electrons. And if we'll go to 3 electrons, aluminum having capacity to lose 3 electrons. Okay, these are the examples for these charges. And for negatively charged ion, if we will go like that, same here also, they can non-metals having capacity to gain electrons. Okay, non-metals, most of the non-metals, not all, most of the non-metals having the capacity to gain the electrons. Okay, so if an atom gain 1 electron, it will get charge, 1 negative charge is, -1. Charge is -1. Example is Cl -1. If it is gaining 2 electrons, then -2, charge will be -2. Example, if we will see oxygen, if you will go to 3 electrons, if any atom loses gain 3 electrons, then it will charge -3. For example, nitrogen. So these are the some of the examples for positively charged ions and negatively charged ions. Clear, children, up to here? Yes. Then what are ionic compounds? What are ionic compounds? Ionic compounds. We have studied about ions, isn't it or not? Then what are ionic compounds? Easy. The compounds. Okay, the compounds, even you can tell, the compounds which are made of ions. Okay, the compounds which are made of ions are called ionic compounds. Clear? What are ionic compounds? The compounds which are made of ions are called ionic compounds. So here when we are talking about any ionic compounds, always one positively charged and negatively charged ions combine with each other and form ionic compounds. Example, if you will see NaCl, sodium chloride is an ionic compound. Actually, how it forms? Na plus and Cl minus combine with each other and forms NaCl. Means here what happens, here whatever extra electron will be there now, whatever it means, it is having the capacity to lose the electron, isn't it or not? It is having the capacity to lose the electron, it is having the capacity to gain the electron. So how many electrons it can lose? 1 electron. Now only we have studied a sodium charge is +1. So it is having capacity to lose 1 electron. So chlorine can accept how many electrons? 1 electron. So chlorine can accept only 1 electron. So it is losing 1 electron and it is gaining that electron. So finally our ionic compound will be formed, that is sodium chloride. Even if you will see K plus and Cl minus, you will get KCl. +1 -1. So finally you will get KCl. Clear? So like this the compounds will be formed. Clear? Even calcium +2 plus O2 minus. So you will get finally CaO. Here 2 electrons will be given and the 2 electrons will be accepted by this oxygen and finally you will get CaO. Clear? So like this the ionic compounds will be formed. Okay, so ionic compounds means what? The compounds which are made of ions, that compounds only we will call it as ionic compounds. Clear children? Okay, then how to write writing of formulae of molecular compounds. Okay. So how to write formula of molecular compounds. Okay. So first we will learn how to write formula of molecular compound. Now I am telling one compound name, hydrogen sulfide. What I am telling one compound name is hydrogen sulfide. Write its formula I am telling to you. Can you know how to write the formula of these things? Yes. So now we will learn how to write the formula of hydrogen sulfide. See, first of all you should remember, for writing the formula of any compound you should know their valency. You should know the valency. So in next chapter you learn the what is valency and what are valence electrons. Okay, that is another thing. So for writing the formula of any molecular compound, first you should be able to know what is valency. So I am here telling the valency of hydrogen is 1. Valency of hydrogen is 1 and valency of sulfur is 2. Valency of sulfur is 2. So here how you will write, you know, first you will write hydrogen formula, you know, means hydrogen element symbol you know na, H, and sulfur also you know na, yes. So here hydrogen valence you will write downside of hydrogen, sulfur valence you will write downside of sulfur. Then you have to do cross multiplication. What you have to do? Cross multiplication. This whatever 2 is there na, that one you have to go near to downside of H and this one will go downside of S. So finally you will get the compound name, compound formula is H2S. H2S. So what is necessary? Very simple na? But for writing you should know the symbol of that particular element you should know and the valency of that element you should know. If you know those 2 things, that's why I am telling you up to 30 elements you should know the atomic number. If you know the atomic number, then only you can write its valency. If you don't know atomic number na, you cannot able to write the valency. Clear? So one more compound if we will take na, I am taking one more compound, that is carbon. Okay, carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide I am taking. So carbon C and oxygen. Oxide means oxygen. Oxygen O. Carbon valency if you are taking na, carbon valency is 4 and oxygen valency is 2. So same here also what you will do? Cross multiplication you will do. So what you will get here? C2O4. C2O4. Again you will get carbon dioxide means CO2 na. Here madam got C2O4. Here nothing but, if you consider the ratio, see here C1O2 you got. Nothing but it can be written as CO2 or not. carbon dioxide, isn't it or not? So this is the formula of carbon dioxide. And if you will go with hydrogen chloride, H and chlorine symbol element symbol is Cl. So now only hydrogen valence is 1 and chlorine valence is also 1. So finally you will get H1Cl1. So you will get HCl. So this is the formula of hydrogen chloride. Okay. And always when you are writing the name, when you are writing, for example, they have given H2S. Okay, they have given the formula H2S and they will ask you to write the name of that compound. How you will write? Okay, so first whatever compound you are taking now, first you should write the whatever here, of course. Okay, hydrogen na first, as it is you will write the hydrogen, and whatever given sulfur na here, this sulfur whatever second element is there na, that ide will be added. For example, see here sulfide, oxide, chloride. Okay, like that IDE will be added. Like that IDE will be added for writing the name of the compound. First one as it is will come. See hydrogen, carbon. Here also hydrogen means first name will be as it is, whereas second name will be changed into, means at last you have to add IDE. Okay, this is for molecular compounds. Okay, this is for molecular compounds. How to write formula and how to write name of the molecular compounds. Clear, children? So in next class we will learn about valency of ions and other topics. Okay, up to here make the notes and read the textbook thoroughly, and if you have any doubts just you can ask me. Okay, children? Thank you.